Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back to Star Citizen, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another video. So, here I am inside a Avenger Stalker. So I used to have an Avenger Titan. Now I have an Avenger Stalker. So that's for another day, that's for another video. But what is this? What is this? So this is my newly bought Avenger Stalker, and it seems like this is beef jerky. Let's go ahead and eat this. Alright, place here. Let me go ahead and take off the helmet, ladies and gentlemen. And let's have some beef jerky. Delicious, delicious beef jerky. What is this? Water bottle. Can we drink it? He threw it away. Okay, let's have another. Let's have another beef jerky. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go ahead and start out this video officially. So this is my Avenger Stalker. As I said, that'll be for another video. I don't have a Titan anymore. I have the Stalker. Let me go ahead and... Whoop. Whoop. Let me go ahead and put back my helmet. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. So this video is going to be about FPS weapons. So first-person shooter weapons in Star Citizen. Now, some of you may or may not know that I do a lot of FPS type of PvP combat in Star Citizen. So I do a lot of bounty hunting, I do a lot of mercenary work. So I get into a lot of shootouts with players and, of course, with NPCs as well. So I just wanted to make a video to show you guys my favorite FPS weapons and just to give you guys some tips and tricks on various different FPS weapons. So... I don't like self-praise, but I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at FPS, shootouts with players. Obviously, PvP, PvE, playing against AI isn't that difficult. So I just wanted to give you guys some tips and tricks. And here we are, of course, again on Microtech. We're back on Microtech again. So just to help you guys pick the right weapon. Okay. So, initially, before you get into an FPS situation, before you get into a combat situation on foot, you need to determine what type of engagement that's going to be. Is it going to be outdoors? Is it going to be indoors? Is it in small confined spaces? Is it against players? Is it against AI? So those are the questions that you need to ask yourself before you actually get into that combat situation. And of course, the most important thing is knowing the rules of engagement. Are you a good player? Are you a pirate player? It all depends. What are you there for? Why are you in that situation? So, if you're a lawful player, then you need to be careful who you shoot. If you're doing one of those bunker missions, or if you're doing a bounty hunting mission, you need to pretty much confirm who it is that you're shooting. Otherwise, you'll get a crime stat, and you yourself are going to be hunted. So, in that sense, pirate players or criminal players have an advantage because they can just shoot on sight. They can just go into a bunker to clear their crime stat, and then anybody shows up is potentially hostile, so they can just open up on anybody. And that couple of seconds of you determining shoot or no shoot puts the lawful player at a great disadvantage. Now, I've been on both sides of this thing. I've done bounty hunting and I've been hunted by bounty hunters. So this one time I went after 5 criminals. I was actually going after one guy who had a crime stat. He was a career. He was trying to clear his crime stat. What ended up happening is that he had 5 of his friends with him there, covering all of the entrances to the career outpost. So I managed to kill all 5 of those players and ended up with over 250,000 alpha UEC of money, because all of those his friends of his all had crime stats as well. They were all wanted. So yeah, I'm actually pretty good at FPS. So here are my selection of weapons. So for close quarters, I would pick this gun. This is the C54. So I recommend the C54 if you're going to go into a close quarters kind of a situation. So this thing has a blisteringly high rate of fire. It is very effective between ranges of point blank range all the way up to 15 meters. Anything beyond 15 to 20 meters, then this thing starts to become become less useful. This is pretty much the Uzi. This is pretty much the Uzi of Star Citizen. Right? Now, for all of the weapons that I'm going to mention today, I recommend you guys to deploy a suppressor and also a laser pointer. So get one of those laser aiming pointer things, because it'll be very useful. So that the suppressors tend to muffle your muzzle shots, and they do actually work. They do work in that they give you that element of surprise. Whether you're going up against AI or against actual players, suppressors work. Okay? Now, the laser pointer is good because that it allows you to shoot from the hip. So it allows me to just get on target without having to aim down sight. And that couple of extra milliseconds is the difference between winning and losing. Trust me. It is the difference between dying and living. So having a laser pointer, for example, someone's coming across there you go. They're dead. Instead of me having to go like this, acquire the target, then shoot. Okay? Now, this weapon, as I said, is great. It's absolutely the best weapon for close quarters. If you're thinking about boarding a ship, or going inside a comm array, or going inside a room to clear a room, this is the best choice. This is the best gun for that. But as I said, anything over 20 meters, and you're going to struggle by keeping the gun on target. And I'll just demonstrate here for you guys, and also be quiet because the sound of the guns are really awesome in Star Citizen. So just have a look. You guys can see that the rounds spread quite a lot at a distance. So just at those trees again. There you go. You guys can see that the rounds just go everywhere. So that's that. That's the C54. Next, my favorite gun is the FS9. So this is the FS9 LMG. This is the Bearing LMG. Again, fit this thing with a suppressor and of course a laser pointer as well. Now for optics for this one, I'm using a 3x zoom holographic sight. Now because this weapon is not as such for, it's not basically a close quarters weapon. I'm just trying to find the right words. This weapon is used at a medium distance, medium to long range distance kind of a weapon. This could be both used as an assault rifle, and of course it has the suppressing capabilities of a LMG as well. So with this gun, you need to fire it in controlled bursts. So in controlled bursts at medium to close range, this thing is absolutely deadly. And of course this thing is fed with a box 120 round box magazine as well, so you have plenty of ammo there as well. Now moving on, let me go back inside a little bit so I don't freeze to death. And also let me grab some guns from the ship. Come on. Alright, so the next gun, ladies and gentlemen, is one of my all-time favorites. So this one, the S71 Gemini rifle. This is a single-shot DMR, designated marksman rifle. So this thing, again, fitted out with a laser pointer as well as a suppressor. This thing is amazing. This rifle, the S71, excels at shooting targets at medium to long range. Okay, but it could still work. It could still work if you're looking down a long corridor or something like that. But if you're in close quarters, definitely not. This is not the gun for that, because it is single shot. As you can see, It fires just single shot. So it comes with a 4x scope, as you guys can see, which can also be zeroed. So you just hit the page up key and it zeroes it to whatever range that is on the scope. So this thing is single shot. Very useful. Very, very useful as a rifle, as well as a kind of a sniper. Okay, it's not an actual true sniper, but this thing is actually very good at long range as well. So that's that. And now moving back inside. Next is another gun that I really, really like for close quarters. So you guys are starting to see a pattern here. Most of the engagements, PvP, FPS engagements in Star Citizen happen indoors. Very rarely do you get to, you know, do FPS combat against another player outside. Unless, of course, there's an event like Jumptown 2, whatever it was. So the next gun that I highly, highly recommend is this one. This is the BR2 bearing shotgun, ballistic shotgun. This thing is fed through a box magazine, and it's amazing, guys. This thing is great for close quarters. This thing is probably just as good, if not better, than the C-54. This thing will just one-shot anybody, especially if you get a headshot. And you can see the spread of the pellets. Very, very useful gun. Again, try and put a reflex sight on this. So let's go customize. So try and put one of these Delta reflex sights, these red dot sights. So the good thing about these red dot sights is that it gives you a red dot that's very clear to see, but it's also not blocking my peripheral vision. So I can still look around and still see at the same time, you know, while having, you know, aim down sight red dot capability. So again, if you have a laser pointer on this, just like the C-54, it is a great advantage. So again, if you need to know what situation you're getting into. Is it close quarters? Is it long range? Is it short range? Is it outdoors? Is it against players? Is it against AI? So are you a criminal? Are you the good guys? So those are all of the factors that will determine what type of loadout you will select. But of course, those are the weapons that I highly recommend. Those are the primary weapons that I recommend, and they've been really well for me. Like I've done great with those 4 weapons that I showed you guys. Now, of course, there are other weapons as well. So for a sniper rifle, now I personally haven't used a sniper rifle as much, but if I were to pick a sniper rifle, I would pick the P6LR. The P6LR is a great sniper rifle that fires an 8mm gigantic round. So let's go ahead and take that out for you guys. So as I said, not a lot of engagements in Star Citizen, FPS Star Citizen, happen outside. So very rarely would you need a sniper rifle like that. So let's go ahead and zoom in, and you guys will see that this thing has a proper sniper scope. This thing has a proper sniper scope. You can take shots with this thing at over 1 kilometer. And this thing is an instant one shot anywhere in the upper body. This thing will one-shot anyone in the upper body. Let me go ahead and shoot it for you guys. So it makes a huge boom sound. Very effective at long range. Not very effective at short range. So that is the sniper rifle. However, as I said, I don't recommend you guys lugging around a sniper rifle. So you guys might be wondering, so Spectre, what about sidearms? What about sidearms? What about pistols and stuff like that? Guys, I don't recommend you guys carry pistols. I don't carry pistols. So I just have this one for show, just to show you guys. But I don't recommend pistols because this isn't like real life. In real life, it is easier to switch to your sidearm than it is to reload your rifle or your submachine gun. It is quicker. but it's not the case in Star Citizen. You can reload much faster than switching to your sidearm. So at the moment, there's no reason to carry a pistol. Now, if you do carry a pistol, you will obviously have to carry ammo as well. And if you do carry your pistol ammo, well, guess what? It's going to take up space from your rifle, your primary weapons ammo. So it's kind of hurting you rather than helping you. So no point in carrying a pistol. But if you do decide to carry one, this is a pretty good one. This is the Coda. This is the Coda pistol. It is pretty much like a Magnum, like a Magnum handgun. 6 shots, really heavy caliber shots, probably 50 cal. 1 shot to the head. Pretty effective, but again, I'd rather carry my primary rifle or submachine gun ammo than pistol ammo. So then, what else is left? Pretty much covered everything for you guys. Then we also have grenade launchers as well. So we have grenade launchers as well. I'll just show you guys the grenade launcher. Again, not that useful in close quarters, the grenade launcher, but very effective against multiple opponents. This grenade launcher is very useful if you're fighting against multiple opponents who are grouped. Like if you're fighting a bunch of guys, AI players who have bunched around something, you fire one of these grenades at them, it pretty much kills or wounds every single person in that proximity to where the grenade goes off. So I'm just going to go ahead and fire one off. Yeah, this thing is effective. This thing is very effective. Very effective. Very deadly. Let's go ahead and lob one into the trees. Yeah. This thing, crazy effective. But not really useful at the moment in the types of combat that we have in Star Citizen for now. Very useful and quite satisfying to use as well. So that's about it in terms of the weapons that I have to cover that I normally use. Then of course we have grenades as well. So we have the Mark IV grenades in Star Citizen as well. So these are the Mark IV frag grenades. I don't recommend you guys use the grenades because they can be very buggy. They can be very buggy. They could end up hurting you more than they hurt the enemy. And what do I mean by that is that when you throw the grenades, sometimes they don't go where you throw them. It just bugs out and it's at your feet and you end up dying. So let's go ahead and fire one. Throw one, I should say. Hopefully that doesn't kill me. Yeah, so you can do overhand and underhand as well. Underhand is obviously closer. There you go. Yeah, so that's grenades. I can't really recommend grenades, as I said. Not very useful. Not that whole lot of usefulness in the grenades. Of course, you got combat knives and stuff like that as well. So you can use a knife as well. But I've only used a knife once, and it was against a guy who took out my ship. Thought I was dead. I was actually outside. He came in to loot my cargo hold, and I came up right behind him. Yeah, I took him down. It is a one hit if you get someone in a melee takedown. You can slash, you can do stabs and slashes and stuff like that. Again, not very useful. And then of course you have the good old fists as well. Not a whole lot usefulness in the fists, so you can do jabs. You can do like hooks, jabs, so on and so forth. Yeah, so that's about it as far as I remember. Like think I've covered every single weapon that I personally use. Just a couple of tips, like if you are interested in doing FPS type of combat, get involved. Like, do bounty hunting missions, do all sorts of types of missions. It's just go for it. People in Star Citizen, most players in Star Citizen, take PvP way too seriously. They take PvP way too seriously. So when people get killed in Star Citizen, like in a PvP type of a situation, they get pissed off. They just, they get angry, and it's like they're pretending like the world has ended. Don't be like that. Take it easy. This is just a video game. If you want to get better at PvP, FPS type of combat, try and do more. Get involved. Do bounty hunting missions. Get a crime stat. Let bounty hunters come after you. Do debunker missions. Now, AI in Star Citizen, as it is now, is actually pretty bad. It's pretty bad. The AI is pretty pathetic. It isn't really that difficult to deal with the AI. But every so often you do come across a really, really good AI that will just one-shot you, headshot you from across the room with the first headshot. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys found this video helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please go ahead and leave a like, and tell me if you want to see more FPS type of combat videos in Star Citizen. Do you like FPS type combat, PvP type combat yourselves? Do you engage in PvP combat, or even PvE combat, FPS combat? What type of weapons do you use? Have I shown you any weapons here that you disagree with? Do you agree with me? What do you guys think? So thank you so much for watching. And before I go, I just remembered, if you're going to go into an FPS type of combat situation, remember to take some sort of med pen. So the red med pens, take as much as you can on that one. So just forgot to mention that. And of course, having a multi-tool is also useful as well. So having your multi-tool for the tractor beam, and of course the oxy-cutting torch as well, which could be used to cut into, ship doors. But that's for another video. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if this was useful to you, and let me know if you want to see more on FPS type gameplay in Star Citizen, and let me know if you want to see more weapons in Star Citizen, because the weapons in Star Citizen, the FPS weapons, look absolutely amazing. They sound good, they feel good, they look amazing. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.